as well, you're more than welcome to do so. It does go directly to the players. It does support the tournament because it's supporting the players, and it's always a great thing to do. So do go and check that out if you would like, and if you have a few moments. But definitely use the coupon codes, obviously, because 20 and 30 seconds, you add $1 to the prize pool. You're doing your part to be today's esports hero. To the bottom right hand side of Catalyst, in game number 1 of the ZvZ quarterfinal matchup, our blue Zerg player from his Impa is Guru. He's going up against the red Zerg to the top left hand side from Euronics Gaming, Nerchio. Alright then. Let's get this going. As you just see, hatch gas pool as the startup here initially, getting set and ready to go. I'm just going to be seeing this overload of Nerchio coming down the left hand side, another one coming out through the center, and a couple of drones just on the way up on either side. So getting on into this, as we do just see this overload of Guru coming up towards the top side as well, just getting, well, again, set up in a fairly normal way so far, as we can see a pretty fast third hatch from Nerchio. He does a bit of a faster third hatch than usual, but we'll see what comes of it in the near future. As we get this underway, we're going to be seeing Guru obviously with no hatchery of his own on the third base, but he will have an extra queen on the way out, so already a sacrifice being made. Nerchio kind of rolling the dice a little bit and saying, okay, I don't need this queen just yet, I can get away with being a little bit greedier. Let's see if it does pay out for him in the long term here. I find you do a couple of people already using those coupon codes, by the way. Owly and Nobods coming in with a couple of $1 so far. Sorry, that was Owie and not Owly. Apologies. KCal91 using that Matchuno coupon code as well. Keep the coupons coming, everyone. We've got like, we've literally have to, well, I mean, I can tell you exactly how many, 32 left to use. And if we don't use the 32, we're literally just giving money up. Like, we've got money that's just not being used, which would be a massive shame. And so on. So make sure you get that used. As you're just going to see this queen coming down, pushing this overlord away, down through the south side of the map, through the center. As we're going to be seeing some link speeds finishing up shortly. Bayonet is a little bit later here. In the next few moments, it will be finishing, but the one that's finishing sooner is Guru's, although he doesn't look as though he's going to be that aggressive with it. Neither of these players currently making any lane bane. All of this is about the drones. It's about kind of setting up the bane there so it's there, but not actually committing into anything. A few defensive banes right now from Guru. And I imagine Nerchio will be doing exactly the same with these couple of Zerglings here. Just morphing in a couple of banelings and just going from there. A couple of queens going to move over to the right hand side, and well, just in general a nice standard startup here on Catalyst in the ZvZ. Nothing to be too worried or concerned about. Nerchio doesn't even morph in any banelings, which I feel is very kind of crazy. Doesn't really have any defense set up at all. Is feeling just so confident about being able to hold any attack at the moment, or he's just so confident that no single attack is coming his way. Also, one way to look at it, as we do see those Zerglings going to be gathering together and heading across the map once again to try and get some damage done. A couple of banelings going to be setting up on the third base. We're going to see a lot of these Zerglings coming across here. 5 more drones on the way up. This evolution chamber as well is on the way down behind the mineral line. But still, it's Nerchio that has the slight advantages here because he skipped a couple of bits and pieces on his way to this point. Now he's got the, you know, the roach roaring down a little bit fast. The Evo chamber is already starting the +1 missile upgrade, and you can see this queen actually manages to pick off a Zergling there. Nicely done, as you're going to see. Another couple of banes just morphing in. I'm just going to be seeing still those things getting to work every now and then. Another bane goes off, and that's actually a big deal because that's a lot of lower health drones that are very easily targeted down there for. But Nerchio is able to keep them alive, and oh, that's a couple of banes that somehow do not go off. In the end, they go off on just 3 or 4 Zerglings, and it could have been so much more. That is a little bit crazy there, as you can see those queens continue to fight and continue to push those Zerglings away down to the south side of the map. This one missile attack about halfway done, and the lair is just on its way as well. I'm just going to be seeing more of these Zerglings from Guru continue to come up to the top side as well. There's a couple of Queens though, currently working their way through this Overlord. Do they survive, I guess, is the question, right? Because these Lings are coming in towards them. They're going to start getting a bit of surround. Transfusions will be traded out. Roach is starting to come out here from Nerchio as well. He will lose both of those Queens. He has a few Lings across the map of his own, but he's not going to get that Queen kill. Maybe he can get a drone here. He is going to get one drone, I think, but that will be all. Well, not the biggest of deals. You're going to see the initial Roaches starting to be shut down as well, but Nerchio still rallying more Roaches across the map. If he can just pick up a few more of these Lings, but oh my god, he's getting surrounded once again. 3 Roaches at a time just doesn't really cut it, and those Lings getting full surrounds are making the most of the scenario. +1 missile attack was not done either, so he was not two-shotting these these Zerglings, and that was one of the Nerchio's big issues. Now he loses 6 Roaches before he even gets across the map. That's a big deal, and now obviously Guru is getting his own units up and looks as though he's probably going to be able to defend. And I think Nerchio is realizing this as well, so he adds on a few extra drones. Just gets that set up once again. 4th hatchery to the upper right hand corner. And as you're going to see some more Lings and Roaches just setting up on the left side still, and well, looks as though again Nerchio is going to be backing away from this attack, just going to move in towards the +2 attack upgrade. Meanwhile, Guru, his lair is only just about to finish, so he doesn't even have Roach speed on the way at the moment, which I think is very interesting. So Roach speed just now going to be finishing in the near future for Nerchio, but really far off here for Guru, which means he can't be overly aggressive with his Roaches, which is going to be a little bit of a shame. It really kind of restricts him as to what exactly he can do. As you can see, that Roach speed continue to come up right now from Nerchio, and a hatchery coming down on either side of the map. A couple of Evo chambers coming down as well. Continue to set up into it. Queen poking away on the Overseer, and we are just going to see that pushed away over to the left-hand side. And again, just more Lings coming out from Nerchio to see where he can go, what he can do. There's actually quite a lot of Zerglings starting to move across the map at the moment, so Lings moving across the map is some Lings from Guru on the way up the right-hand side as well. Going to be seeing these Zerglings actually going to hit onto this hatchery and going to start working their way through this. So it's going to be a nice cancel if he is going to be able to get it, and it looks as though he will. Drone gets picked off as well. Not a single Zergling lost in this attack as Roaches and Ravagers move their way over towards this bottom left-hand corner. You can see a few of those Zerglings starting to get picked away at, and meanwhile we see +2 missiles and +1 Carapace continuing to come up as well. Roach speed about to finish now and then from Guru. So that's going to be coming in a moment or so. As all of those Roaches just gathering up together. A few more Hydras on the way out as well. Groove Spine's currently on the way on the Hydralist den, and it's just going to be helping Nerchio to build up a bit of a stronger army composition here. You can see again, in general, Nerchio just seems to be a bit ahead when it comes to things like this. You know, the upgrades earlier in the game, Roach speed as well. And now the Hydralists, he's just so far ahead in 2. All these little bits and pieces seem to really add up into Nerchio's favour as he's back onto this 4th hatchery. This time the Roaches are nearby, and these Zerglings will not be able to pick up the cancel. Roaches shut down those Lings, they'll get taken down. And you're just going to be seeing some more Ling Roach moving around over towards the centre, just rotating to try and be aggressive once again. More Roaches coming up top. As you're going to see the Roaches here on the right hand side. We're going to see what's going on. More units coming up to the top here. +2, +1 about to finish up from Guru. As we do see him going in towards the Lurky Den. So Nerchio's just added on now. It's interesting, he did really intend to just build a few Hydras into this army initially. A few more Hydras on the way up, and we are going to see the Muscular Augments upgrade coming through as well. It's going to be seen as units still sent up to this top side here as more units from Guru continue to come through the center. Going to see what else is going to go. Infestation Pit being thrown down as well. See Muscular Augments still coming through, +2 Carapace on the way up. Guru coming all the way around to the right hand side, but not going to find an opportunity to be aggressive just yet, as they're going to be still seeing this army. Going to try and push on down through the center. Guru maxed out. Nerchio though, let's see what he can see if he can take a fight here before the Lurkers come into play. It's actually going to drag a lot of the army up top, but Guru is pretty quick to respond to this army that's trying to run down the south side. So now we're going to see a bit of an interesting fight as Nerchio will be a little bit late to arrive on the top side of this to actually help out his Roaches on the south, but It is Guru who's losing a lot of units right away. Nerchio was very quick on the remax though, which obviously helps out when it comes to looking at just purely the supply. 14 more Hydras on the way up here from Guru, whereas it's a 30 Roach remax coming out from Nerchio. A little bit of an interesting situation here. There's a few drones going down. You can see a couple units picked off to the left hand side, and we are going to be seeing the couple more lurkers from Nerchio continuing to come on up as well. Some of these Roaches, Hydras, and a Ravager moving out. Nerchio going to be coming all the way down the left here to try and do a little bit more. Guru is trying to set up as well as just going to be seeing Nerchio getting ready to attack on in towards this once more. As well, and armies are very different right now. There's a lot more Ravagers here from Guru. There's also a few Hydras from Guru as well, so he just has a better quality of army. But does Nerchio just have enough? A couple of lurkers starting to burrow to join the fight. Nice Corrosive Bars force the unburrow. So right now these lurkers are really not doing as much as you might expect them to. Now they get themselves burrowed and there's no detection here, so they're going to start doing quite a bit of damage. And it looks as though Nerchio is going to be able to make this work in the end, as we're going to be seeing him just pushing forward slowly with these couple of lurkers and continue to push his way in towards this Roach Hydra setup. A little bit more Roach Hydra of Nerchio comes over to the left-hand side, where he's going to be picking his way through a few more of those Roaches, so they go down as well. A few more drones also getting picked away at. And we are going to be seeing this, well, this hatchery survives at least, but in general, Nerchio getting away quite comfortably, and I obviously did take a lead from just the way that engagement turned out in the end, so nicely done there by Nerchio. Is going to be seeing these Roaches working their way through the rocks at the moment. As Nerchio works his way through those rocks, going to open up a pathway as we do see another hatchery down in the center of the map. A couple more lurkers currently on the way up, and they're going to be finishing in just a few moments' time. As soon as just setting up, as we're going to be seeing an overlord to the right hand side gets picked off as well. Something else going down from Guru. Nerchio is actually going to get this overlord as well, perhaps. So Nerchio maxed out, being a nuisance. Guru doesn't even have the overlords to max out at the moment, as Nerchio's single Hydra harassment is actually getting quite a lot done. He's going to have to come back up to the high ground. He's bringing his own overlord over for high ground vision. He'll get that there in a moment or two, as he will be able to pick up this kill, and he's going to shut that down. Well, at the same time, he's pushing into the south side, and he's, well, you know, Guru does have some lurkers now. Nerchio will not fight into that position just yet, as we are just going to be seeing those lurkers and burrowing. And this army here from Nerchio coming back over to this side is now going to see a lurker burrowing once more, and it's going to keep Guru alive at the moment. He's actually going to be able to keep himself in this for a little bit longer. Lurker's going to unburrow once again, come back over to the left, and still just units ready to come in from a couple of different angles in the near future. Some more Vipers on the way up. Spores and Spines getting built by Nerchio as well. So we're just going to be seeing him backing away. I mean, he's got a lot to play with in terms of time. You know, he's got the third upgrade coming through for his missiles. That's obviously going to go a long way to helping out. He's got the Vipers just gaining some energy now as well. Nerchio has a lot to gain by just sitting back for a moment or two, whereas Guru, okay, his hive's on the way up, right? And, you know, he's getting into a better position over time. Just Nerchio's getting into that better position faster. So, again, definitely not a bad thing for Nerchio just be sitting back and to be waiting, as we are waiting to see just what exactly the next little move will be here from each of them. Guru actually comes up the right hand side, and Nerchio does begin to respond to it. All already coming over to this side, and we've seen this group of units starting to push on down. We're just going to be finding themselves the lurkers though, and that's where Nerchio has to be very careful. He's losing quite a few roaches right away, so he has to be very cautious about that. Ooh, that's an interesting little shutdown there of breaking down those rocks. You can see lurkers getting kind of pulled forwards though by the Vipers. A Blinding Cloud as well helping out, but now Nerchio, he's in trouble because he's going to be losing this position. Well, he will clean up the lurkers in the back, but then he's going to have to come up and clean this up ASAP. He's going to burrow those lurkers. Oh, there's no detection. Well, that's a huge deal, of course, because this is the 5th base. But he's... this is interesting, because now Guru's out of position for Nerchio to come through the center of the map and to take down his own 5th hatch. So in the end, it might just end up being somewhat of an even trade. As these units continue to come down to the south side, lurkers burrow here defensively for Guru, as we're going to be seeing the Vipers just don't have the energy to really do anything at the moment. Without the energy to really do much, of course, they can't really help to fight those lurkers. I mean, there's one abduct. That's not really enough to actually commit to this fight. Guru is maxed out here once again as Nerchio trying to get some more units across the map. Overseer coming in from Guru, so he can maybe think about fighting into these lurkers himself. And he is going to make the move forward, so he's going to go for this here. Nerchio is fighting out of range of Guru's lurkers. They're sat in the back, not really doing anything, and that's where this fight's going to fall apart for Guru. He's just taking the fight to Nerchio, whereas it's a much better scenario if you're able to be the player who's sitting back and just defending. Nerchio going to pull back over to the left-hand side, but he drops down in supply. His pure Hydra army here is obviously very flimsy, and yes, there's a couple of lurkers, but those Hydras are going down very quickly, and so the lurkers aren't even getting much of a chance to deal very much damage at all. 15 more roaches on the way up. And see this Viper continuing to come on up, and a few more lurkers from Nerchio. That's why he's been building so many Hydras, of course, because he wants to keep the lurker count up, and Hydras in general are pretty good. Just the roaches in front really do go a long way to helping out as well, as Nerchio making a move over to this left-hand side. I mean, Corrosive Battle's coming down. He'll burrow the lurkers. And he really wants to get in position on this fourth base, it seems, as well now Guru's going to put himself into position to pick off some reinforcements. That's about 5 units going down for free. As Nerchio, though, will find himself on the fourth base, and he's going to get a lot of drone kills here, and this hatchery will go down as well. So suddenly Nerchio picks off the fourth hatch, and Guru just says, okay, well, let's go. Starts to move across the map. As we see, Nerchio just going to start running home ASAP to try and deal with this. Has some spines set up here and there as well. Still has a couple of Vipers coming back up. If he can just get back home and into position, defend this army without losing too much, he's in a great spot here. He's ahead in workers. He'll be ahead on a base. All of that obviously adds up quite nicely as we're going to be seeing those lurkers firing away, and looks as though he's going to deflect Guru, but Guru backing off. What can he hope to do now? I mean, backing away from this position just puts him into a very difficult situation here, as we're going to be seeing these units from Guru all the way back home. But again, what's he running back home to do? He's got 10 mineral patches between two bases. This fourth base bottom left corner, that's just not going to do anything. Vipers on the way up from both players here is going to be seeing Guru. Didn't even have the money to morph in an Overseer there for a moment or so. His army supply is still good, and that's one thing he's got going his way. As we're going to see a couple of lurkers here just get abducted immediately, and they will fall. There's Vipers on the side of Guru as well now. He's gotten that final kind of stage of his tech tree up for this game to help him against the lurkers of his opponent. Those lurkers going to be burrowing as we see Blind Clouds already coming down. It's actually very good Blind Clouds for Guru, and Nerchio finds himself having to back away pretty quickly there. They were very good Blind Clouds from Guru. Really messing with the AI of Nerchio's army. Now Nerchio again find himself backing away, but remember, Nerchio's the one with bases, so even though he takes a little bit of a not so great a trade here, he is able to just go back home and be like, well, I was mining all this time, and so he's just rebuilt and maxed up again right away. Nerchio making things work very nicely for him so far. I was going to see a few of these Vipers starting to consume up on these spine crawlers, and just going to get some of this energy back and going once more. An Overlord from the left-hand side, just scouting around actually, and sees yet another base of Nerchio currently being established as the maxed out Zerg player will move onto the map once more here. The unit count looking to be 33 Hydras from Nerchio and 7 Vipers in this fight. It's going to be extremely difficult to deal with, as we are going to be seeing, well, a couple of lurkers there. Should be one of his main targets. He could even look for an abduct on the Vipers of his opponent. That could sound silly, but it actually could do quite a lot as he abducts the first lurker in. And there is an abduct on one of the Vipers too. Gets an Overseer there as well as he continues to just kind of kite away as he goes. Guru still have a few more roaches coming up, but that's the issue. Now when Guru is rebuilding, he's rebuilding roaches. He's not rebuilding Hydras or lurkers. He's rebuilding a much worse army composition to what he once had. He's got a lot of leftover gas, so he's morphing in a lot of Ravages as he goes. And so we are going to be seeing these spores spines just being consumed to get a few more of these Vipers on the way up once again. It's going to work their way through those rocks, and we are going to be seeing those going down as Overseer maybe going to be in a little bit of trouble here in a moment or two as Hydras turn around. They do pick up the kill. It just still does poison to jump on an army if the opportunity arises, as I mean, abducts are abducts, right? Energy for units. Going to take that trade every time. Nerchio picking up a few of those Ravages in the Hydralisk. As we're just going to be seeing him now coming into position on this high ground. Oh, nice Blind Clouds again. Pushes this army forwards in towards the Hydras, of course. And, well, a couple of Blind Clouds out of Guru are not bad at all. As Nerchio will continue to fight this. And, again, I feel like the weakest part of Nerchio's army is just the fact he's maybe got too many high-tech units. And that they're a little bit fragile at points. GG, though, and that is going to be it. And it's going to be Nerchio taking the 1-0 lead in this best of. However, just as we get this set up and ready to go, I'd like to remind you all, of course, that if you're enjoying the stream today, do hit that follow button. We're fast approaching now 27,000 followers on the channel, which is awesome. And obviously following allows you to keep track of when we are going live with StarCraft 2 content, which we try to stream on a regular daily basis for you all. Of course, if you're really enjoying the stream, you can support the channel even further to allow me to stay as a full-time streamer, caster, and content producer for StarCraft 2. You can do that by subscribing. It's probably the most simplest and easiest way. You can subscribe, you get your access to all the Wardy emotes, plus there's going to be a new sub-tournament in the near future, and some other bits and pieces in terms of benefits and bonuses. So you get access to the sub-discord, you get replay packs as well. There's going to be a new replay pack in the next few days, featuring a whole bunch of new games on the new patch, so that you guys can get your hands on some juicy replays, and be able to get good, I guess, in a way. Obviously, if you have Twitch Prime, you can subscribe for free with that Twitch Prime. Just click the sub button and click subscribe for free. Be very happy to take your Twitch Prime off your hands for your month, because that sub does count just as much as any other. Helps us out all the same and helps us continue making content. And of course, beyond that, you can donate, you can cheer, all those usual ways to support. As it does, again, as I've said like 4 times, helps us to continue making content, giving you guys StarCraft 2 on a regular daily basis. We're not going to be here tomorrow. That said, we are going to be back on Sunday for Go for SC2. We'll have content every single day after Sunday. After tomorrow, basically, we're going to be live every day for the next couple of weeks until I go to UK LAN for a few days. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's your kind of summary of what's going on. So, game number 2, and what is going on? Well, already a Zergling speed upgrade starting up right now for Nerchio. As just a single worker left on that gas, and there's going to be seeing link speed on the way up on both sides of the map. Going to be seeing Guru moving over, and is going to be throwing down a third hatchery here as well in a moment or so also. So just going to be throwing down that third hatch, getting that set to go. And just going to be seeing a lone Zergling coming across the map to try and do a little bit more here in these early stages, get some scouting information, figure out what's going on, and to just see what is up. So, then coming across, a feelings on the way from Nerchio again, just super fast free hatcheries here, really playing the same way as he did back on that last game. Here on Acid Plant, I mean, Lurkers are going to be a very viable way to play once again as this Zergling gets shut down. Seeing the Balin Nest at the front, I suppose, is still a big positive for him, but doesn't get to scout into the main. As again, Acid Plant, as I was saying before, a great map for Lurkers, just so many chokes. The pathways on this map really do just encourage kind of Lurker play, because it's going to be so hard to fight into Lurkers here, and if Lurkers get into a position that you need to attack into, you're really not going to have a good time. And, you know, I guess that's kind of always true of Lurkers, but I feel on this map in particular, there's no kind of open space where you're just like, aha, well, I'll just come in for the massive surround to fight. It's very difficult to set up an engagement where you are surrounding. You can see Nerchio tries to get that queen, but unfortunately, more Zerglings in position already from Guru, and he is able to deflect. And those things not going to be able to get that queen here this time around. Smalling is going to be coming back up towards the upper left-hand side. A few drones on the way up, and the Evolution Chamber as well, also building right now. So Nerchio already going straight in towards his upgrades. Maybe such a fast diva that even a Carapace upgrade is still on the cards here to play that kind of faster Carapace. Unless he just wants to go into missiles and then follow up with the Rotron on the lair a little bit later on. There's also a possibility here, and it is just going to be that missile upgrade. So, throwing into the missiles, we're going to see the Lings coming in, picking off a single Zergling too, and the Queen getting to work also as one drone goes down. Bane's coming over to help defend, and in the end they're not needed. And there's actually one Baneling of Guru comes through and picks off a couple of Zerglings, but nothing significant. As both of these players again just droning up, and we saw in the last game both of them just saying, you know what, let's more or less skip the Ling Bane phase, in the sense that neither of us are really going to end up attacking here too much. Let's just go in towards those roaches and play it out from there, and obviously it gave us a pretty long game in game number 1 of this. As you can see, that single Zergling turns back around, jumps onto that Baneling, and that Baneling does go down. There is on the way as well at the moment here from Nerchio, so continue to set up into that. Just the Rotron at the moment for Guru, but he's on 51 workers, so it doesn't look as though he's just going to kind of all in the long term. Probably just not wanting to invest into the lair yet for whatever reason. Nerchio, having already invested into the lair, still has actually more gas in the bank as well, so Nerchio is looking pretty good in that regard. As we're going to see, the single Zerglin is going to get a Baneling kill on the top right hand side. More of these Zerglins of Guru are going to be moving around also to see just what else they can find at the moment. I'm just going to be seeing that Baneling goes off, and well, Queen going to continue fighting here and pick up another Baneling as well. As we are going to see still Queens and Zerglins coming through to the center of the map to try and do something else. So Ling's still coming down to the south. A couple of Lings are going to jump onto this single Zerglin as well. Queen's going to be trying to do a little bit more. We're going to see a couple of drones going down. That Baneling hit was pretty nice. He is going to be able to get the Queen here. I was just going to see this Bane continue to come over. Oh my god, those drones are stacked! Somehow Nerchio gets the edge of them and only kills one more. Obviously splashes a lot of them down low on health, but no Ling follow-up now, as we are going to see a Spire on the way from Nerchio. His follow-up going to be going into the meters. More Lings coming in from the Guru, just looking to try and do a little bit more here as he starts +2 missiles right away. These Lings are going to come in, but as long as they don't see the main base or the natural wherever Spire is, this is still kind of okay for Nerchio, and for now, he's able to deny this. Deny this scout. So, scout is denied as those roaches still gathering up over towards this fourth base. It's going to be seeing a few roaches just sat out the front, and we do see the fourth hatch about halfway done. A few meters currently on the way up, so they are coming through still. An Overlord just sat over to the right side, and again some creep coming up through the middle of the map. Roaches down through the center. And we are just going to be seeing a few more of those roaches on the way out. Roach speed finishing, and well, of course, for Nerchio, it's all about these meters which have come up onto the field here. They're going to be starting to continue to move down to the south side, and Nerchio is going to find Guru, kind of completely unaware. A couple of Queens, which he could probably target down. Maybe the drones are just better targets anyway. They go down quickly. I think the Queens are just so out of position as well. He can just jump between the bases. I mean, that's already 10 workers killed, and he's going to get a few more here as he's just going to stick around. I mean, he can jump back to the natural now, where he's going to deny even more mine. The Spore Crawler still isn't even ready, and this is just insane damage. And the Roaches trying to counterattack just aren't getting anything done, because that's 20 workers killed if he gets a couple more shots off onto that set of drones. I mean, Spore's starting to come up now as he's just going to sit between the bases and pick off an Overlord or so. And the Spore's finishing, finally allowing him to pick away a bit more easily at this, but Nerchio's already done such a great job of it, and switching into Roaches behind this, and of course the Hydra's Den, because what better to build than some Lurkers, as going to be seeing this Extractor continuing to fall as well. So that Extractor is going to go down, and those mirrors continue to come down through the south side, as their Spore going to relocate into the mineral line, and again, even more Roaches and Ravagers coming down the left, getting ready to go once again. Nerchio actually starts a second Hydra's Den. I wonder if he just didn't realize that his first was building still, or what the situation there might be. Either way, the first one did finish, and we'll see if he notices that and cancels, or if he is actually going to be waiting. Anyways, the Roach is coming across, and Nerchio actually has quite a lot of supply right now, and he's going to get into a pretty good position here right away. Moves forwards into those corrosive bowels, and well, he's starting to get himself access to the Ravagers, and Guru is just going to straight up leave the game. Realizes that he does not have anywhere near enough